Alright, Happy New Year everyone, and welcome to episode 22 of EDH Commander Challenge, our first episode of 2018. Woo! Alright, I'm your host, PT, alongside Jimmy. How you doing, buddy?
Not bad, not bad.
By the way, remember how I told you during our Christmas Eve episode that I was going to get about woolen mittens and stuff like that? Yeah, I ended up getting them after all, so...
Sounds about right.
My first New Year's resolution will be to not predict presents, because then I usually get them, and they're not what I want.
Usually that happens.
You're so not nice.
There you go.
Now, this episode was actually supposed to come out yesterday, being the 31st, but my camera kind of whiffed, in the sense that I kind of forgot to charge it after the last time, thinking that it would have been okay. And we were coming to the closing minutes of the match when Jimmy, by the way, when I say destroyed me, I'm talking literally 20 counterspells that game. So we're here to re-film for today. So this pretty much, so our first episode of 2018, which was technically this was going to be our last episode of 2017, pretty much reflects a look back at the embodiment for us of what 2017 was. For me, it's got to be Ambassador Laquatus. Why? Because aside from you guys giving me all your support with 100 going from 7 to 140 plus subscribers on YouTube and getting 2 videos that have gone over 1,000 views, which I'm really honored and appreciative for, the rest of the year was nothing but work, bills, and more work and bills, and taxes. And this guy is all about taxing people. And he seems to only love the number 3. Why? Converted mana cost is 3. He's a 1/3. And he hurts both players because he makes you pay 3 to make your opponent mill 3. What a guy. Loves number 3. And Jimmy, what's your personification of 2017?
I got my Niv-Mizzet. Last deck I bought was a dragon deck.
Alright.
And he'll be doing his part to give me the win.
What does your evil dragon do?
Well, you can deal damage to you in the form of paying 1 blue and 1 red. And when he does deal damage, I get to draw a card.
Okay, so I don't know how that really reflects something bad for 2017, unless you're trying to tell me that the blue represents rain and the red represents burns, so 2017 was raining burns down on you.
Pretty much. Pretty much.
Now, we had a roll off camera to see which one would go first, and no surprise, as usual, I lose that too. So, Jimmy, why don't you start us off?
Simple play. Island. Go.
Sure. Well, I'll follow suit with the greatest opening play of 2018. Ready for this? Ready for this? I play a land, and I go.
Okay. Another land.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna say go.
Well, I'm gonna draw a card. I'm gonna play a land. I will pay 2 to play Brawl, Chief of Compliance. It is a 1/3 that makes my instant or sorceries cost 1 less. And whenever I counter a spell or ability, I can draw and then discard a card from my hand. Is that okay with you, sir?
Yeah.
Then in that case, I pass turn because I can't attack.
Oh, okay.
Move into combat, deal you 0. What is that?
Unstable Frontier.
So that makes you be able to make a land whatever you want it to be?
Pretty much.
That's kind of cool. I should not be able to tap for a colorless, though. It's not fair.
Unfortunately, that's all I can do.
That's all you can do?
Yep.
Okay, so I will untap and draw a card. There's 2 okay moves I can make, but they're just kind of like, Okay, so I'll play Halimar Depths. I cast it. Didn't play it, I cast it. Okay. Does it resolve?
Okay. Yep.
Excellent. So look at my top 3 cards. Ugh. That is pretty awful. And then Jimmy burping on camera is also awful. I'm going to pay 1 since my spells cost 1 less, and I'm going to attempt to play Merchant Scroll. It lets me search for an instant blue card and put it in my hand.
Go ahead.
Alright. I guess the one I'm going to go for in this juncture will be my best counterspell, Force of Will. Alright, in case you guys don't know what Force of Will is, it's arguably one of the top 2 counterspells in the game, the other being Mana Drain that you saw Francis use. By the way, would you like to cut?
I'm good.
You're good? Okay. So what it does is it lets me, instead of paying the 5 that it normally would cost, or in this case 4 thanks to Brawl, and instead of paying the 5, I can discard or remove a blue card in my hand from the game and pay 1 life that is, to counter a spell. Since you're open, I mean, I'm not going to really kill you by combat, but why not? I'll just attack you for 1. Yes, first time I land first blood in a long time. 39! Go ahead, your turn.
Opal Palace.
Oh boy. I have to make sure to avoid kill it. Okay.
Blue.
So you're using that to make it blue. Okay.
They're in Apprentice.
Well, I just switch that around and move it a little closer because it might not be on. There you go. Perfect. Excellent. That dang apprentice might become very annoying later. For those of you who don't know what this epic wizard does, this is a wizard, right? Yeah. You can just tap sack it to counter a spell. Since I just have the mana for it, I'll just pay 1. Since my spells cost 1 less, I'm going to play Mana Leak, so it's countered unless you pay 3. Now, I'll use the effect of Brawl, which lets me draw a card, then I get to discard a card. Or have to discard a card, rather. This is a pretty boss hand, but I suppose 1, 2, 3. I don't have much choice. I want to discard. I'm not going to say this is crazy, but I'm discarding Decree of Silence.
All right.
Done. So I'll untap. I will draw a card. Oh, that's a nice one. That's a saucy one. Okay, I'll play a land. And thank God instants and sorceries cost 1 less, so I can do this. You ready, Jimbo? 4. It's bribery. So I get to search your library for a, unless you're holding a Force of Will, which would, or a Pact Negation, but if you did, you'd lose, I think. I get to search your deck for a creature and put it into play under my control. Is that okay? At least he didn't say it's, well, it's not okay, but I have no choice. We will go with, what is in here? Oh, well, that's good. I really want your Niv-Mizzet so bad, but I want the draw power even more, so I'm going to go for, a lot of creatures in this deck. My goodness. I'm going to go for Arcanus the Omnipotent. And then I shuffle and cut. And then I will nudge you for 1 again, and I'm going to pass a turn back to you. 38. Yeah, Solemn's good, so when Solemn comes in, he gets to search his library for a basic land and put into play. He chooses blue, obviously, because he's playing a Cyclonic Rift Me or something. He's only 2 mana away from it already. I'm assuming you're done after that? Oh, no, it's okay. Just all good. You didn't bother to cut mine, so I won't cut yours either. Just going to move it more into the camera's view. Done? Okay. So I'm going to draw a card. Oh, I need a land. I'll use the Arcanus during my own turn then. I'll draw 3 cards. 1, 2, 3. There it is. Land. And then I will pay 5 mana to play Future Sight. So I'm going to play with the top card of my deck revealed, and I can play it as though we're in my hand. It's a Myriad Landscape. I can't attack you because you've got a Solemn in the way, so I'm going to pass turn. Man, my kingdom for a Nykthos. I have so much devotion to blue right now. Alright, 4.
Archivist?
Yeah, that lets you draw a card, right?
Yep, draw a card.
He's good, I can't stop it. Okay, so it's my turn. I'll draw the landscape, reveal the top card. It's a dissolve. I'll play the landscape for my land. Oh wait, before I do that actually, I will draw 3 cards. Dissolve's the first one, Sculpting Steel the second one, and the third is Homeward Path. Reveal my top card. It's a Mystical Tutor. That's very good. Don't really need that badly though at the moment, but I'll play it anyway. 1 blue, Mystical Tutors. I get to search my library for an instant and put it on the top of my deck. So many choices, but it's like, I don't know what you're playing, so that's kind of a drawback for moi. I'll go for High Tide. I know this, some of you might be screaming, why so early? But, you know, it's just because. Okay, just want to get some of these cards into my hand, that's why I'm doing it now. So, for 1, I'm going to High Tide, reveal my top card, it's a Brainstorm. I am going to pay 4 from here, so I'll have 1 floating to play a Sculpting Steel, which you make a copy of your Solemn with it, to go get more land into play. Boy. And then I'll reveal my top card again. It's another island. Wish I could play it, but I can't. Then for 3, so that's 1 plus the 1 I had left, I will play Propaganda. So creatures can't attack me unless they pay 2 for each creature. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I didn't play that Homeward Path, so I'll play it now. Hope I didn't play 2 lands there. Do apologize if I did. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, it's your turn. Oh, and he got the Shivan Reef. This is what's interesting about Jimmy, guys. He doesn't even have to search out the cards, and yet he still gets the lands. That is not coming out because that usually spells doom for me. I'm going to remove Magus of the Future so I don't no longer need because I have a future sight. I'll remove that from the game and I'll play Force of Will to get rid of that. That triggers the Brawl. I will draw a card, reveal my top card. It's a thingy. And I have to discard a card from my hand.
Draw a card.
In response? Yeah. That's good. I'm going to pitch an island. How many cards are in your hand?
9.
Yeah, okay, so then start discarding if you got 9. Cheater.
I wish I had 9.
Cheat count?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Okay. I figured that was the case. So I'll draw Teferi, Temporal Archmage, reveal my top card. There you are, Chancellor of the... Oh, do you even have a graveyard?
Nope.
He has like 1 card. Oh, the Daring Apprentice. So Chancellor of the Spires, people, is completely useless at the moment. So what I'm going to do then during my own turn is I'm going to sack the Myriad Landscape so I don't forget. And I'm going to go get 2 islands into play tapped. One of my old school custom lands that we used to play at tournaments to win. A friend of ours used to do to make some custom art lands. Real top card. Oh, well, it's Matthias's favorite card in the history of Magic. 1 mana, Pyramid of the Pantheon. You need me to tell you what it does? Okay, I can pay 2 to tap it to give me 1 mana of any color and get a brick counter on it. And when I have 3 or more, becomes the equivalent of a Gilded Lotus. Real top card. It's a Commander Sphere. 1, 2, 3, 4. I guess we'll bring out my general now. So what we'll do is Yeah. 3 mana. Let's bring out Ambassador Laquatus. And with that, I'm going to pass the turn. Now we're going to start the taxing. The taxing will begin next turn. Yeah. I wish I had that.
Okay, land for my turn?
Yep. And this is untapped.
Alright.
Unless you want to
Since there's 6 creatures on the field.
You don't mean what I think you do you?
For 3? Blasphemous Act.
Blasphemous Act, really?
I'll respond to draw a card.
I'm going to respond to you. I'm going to Arcanist to draw 3 and hope for Commander Sphere, Last Word, and Ask for a Toll to the 3. Reveal my top card. There's an Arcane Denial there. Oh wait, I can still stop it, I think. I'm going to try. Let's see what you do about this. Pact of Negation. Cost 0. Look, he just throws a cancel at me. Oh. Yeah, 13 damage to all creatures. And yeah, that dies too. So since our Solemns die, we each draw a card. This is dead too. This will be my draw. This is my top card, the Fact or Fiction. And Ambassador Laquatus, you go back to the command zone. I'm just going to put you guys more on screen. Okay, that was pretty sweet. It's only died once. Done? Mm-hmm. That Blasphemous Act really hurt. I'll draw the Fact or Fiction. Drill my top again with the Chancellor of the Spire. I might as well play it and play Blasphemous Act. Oh well. Well, I'll play my Homeward Path as my land for the turn. I will. I'll put 2 mana over here on the Pyramid of the Pantheon, so that I know that's mana for that. So now I'll pay 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to recast my Ambassador Laquatus. You're tapped out, so I don't think you can kill it yet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Wow, that's a lot of cards. Let me see. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Oh wait. 1, 2 attack for that, so give me 1, plus 1, plus 1. Won't have enough. Okay, so I'm gonna unfortunately move to cleanup. I'm gonna end my turn. So I'm gonna discard some cards here. I'm gonna get rid of Commander Sphere and one more. Let's say goodbye to... I have all the mana I need, I guess, so...
All your lands.
This is really tough. No, please don't! Please don't! I'm gonna chuck Last Word. I know it's
always
crazy.
has to have the last word.
I don't have the... I have the mana for it, but I'm gonna chuck it, because whatever.
Can we go?
Yes, of course, sorry. The guys are like, he just got rid of an uncounterable counterspell. The Niv-Mizzet Guild Mage is good. So you've got 3, 4, 5, 6.
Here we go, sir.
Oh, very kind of you. I'm going to put a counter on the Pyramid of the Pantheon. Just use this. Plus another 2. You wish. I'm going to pay 3 and I'm going to tax you for 3 cards with my Ambassador Laquatus. So I got Lux Cannon, Concentrate, and Royal Elemental. Whew. Okay. That was sweet. Untap, draw my Chancellor, reveal top card. It's an island. I'll play it. Reveal my top card. There we go. It continues. I'll put another counter on the Pyramid of the Pantheon. It gives me 1 mana. 2, 3. I'll attempt to play Sphinx's Tutelage just to be on the safe side. Are you okay with that? Oh man, is it
Rewind.
I'm gonna pay 2 for Arcane Denial. So that's countered, and then during your upkeep, you're gonna draw 2 cards, and I'm gonna draw 1. So that's counterspelled. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yes, I'm okay. And you can go. Sorry guys, that was just my phone. Because people are probably wishing me a Happy New Year. Oh yeah, I get to draw 1. So you drew 2, plus you get to draw for your turn too. So my top, the card I got by the way was a cancel. And my top card is, there we are, Primal Amulet. Exciting. Oh, because I drew, by the way, that triggers the Sphinx's Tutelage, so you have to mill 2. If they share a color, you repeat. Oh, they don't. They're just land. Steel artifact. I don't have any artifacts for you to nab anyway, so you should be happy about that. So right now, guys, life totals are still 38 for Gemi and 40 for me. But mind you won't really be seeing much in the way of attacking because Gemi's power and toughness usually outweighs my own, and this is a mill deck anyway, so what do you expect?
Okay.
What?
Faithful Showdown.
Could you tell everyone what that does?
It deals damage equal to the amount of cards in my hand, and then I discard my hand and draw that many cards.
Now, what's your target? Me or the Ambassador Laquatus? That's no fun. Okay, 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna get counterspelled, but whatever. I'm gonna attempt to play Dissolve. It's a counterspell, then I get to scry 1 if it goes through.
Yeah. It goes. Do I still have to discard and draw or no? But it's a second.
Well, I thought. Well, what you could do if you wanted, you could try to use your Niv-Mizzet Guildmage to fork the spell, I suppose. If you have the mana for it.
I was hoping to be able to do something else.
Well, you can. I mean, it's up to you. But let me know if this resolves.
I really want that kind of spell. I might have no choice. This one's useless. Yeah, I'll do it.
Are you gonna fork the spell?
Mm-hmm.
Oh man. Okay, Ambassador Laquatus.
Oh wait, no, I can't do that.
Why not?
It's eye control.
Yeah, you control this spell.
Well, I was talking about that.
Oh well, your effect's gonna resolve regardless. So this dies again, and I think that works, guys. Let me know in the comments if that does, but I'm pretty sure it does. And yeah, I'm going to put that there. It's died. Okay, so how many cards did you get to draw off that?
4.
Okay, very good. All right, 1. Okay, the Renegade map. Done. Oh, attack me for 2. Well, okay, now we're oh no, you have to pay 2. You can't. You have to pay 2 because propaganda. Yeah, that's right. Propaganda doing work. Done.
Go.
Okay. I draw a card that triggers the effect of Sphinx's Tutelage. So you have to mill. Come on, blue. Yes, Factor Fiction and Fabricate. Do it again, because they share a color. At least that's how it works, right? They share a color repeat. Okay, so I got rid of... Yeah, I know, I got rid of 2 things. There's a Millstone as my top card. So let's start getting some spells, and I should have... This now is up to 3, so next turn this thing is active. It's just tapping for 3 mana of any one color. So I need 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll play Primal Amulet. Instant sorceries I cast cost me 1 less, and every time I cast an instant or sorcery spell, I get to put a charge counter on it. If there's 4, it transforms. After that, I will pay 1, 2, 3 for another one of my favorites, which is called As Foretold. That's beginning my upkeep. It also gets a time counter, and I can once per turn I can play spells that equal to or less than that a counter's on it for free. For now, I cannot do a whole lot. I don't think. You know what? Did I play land this turn?
I believe so.
Okay, well then I'm gonna just I'll pass. Go ahead. Don't remember if I did or not. So look at how neat and tidy his field is. So guys, also tell us in the comments what's your New Year's resolutions for this year. What, for example, for your New Year's resolution, what kind of deck would you want to build in 2018? For me, what I really want to build is zombies. What I'm working on, what general I want to use. There's so many really good ones that came to mind, like Balthor, the Defiled. There's the Scarab God, and a few others that really interest me. But I'm still trying to debate, you know, finance-wise, and which deck would be the next best to build. It was inspired by Arctic Raven 907. You should really go check out his channel. He's got some nice stuff on there. Whoa! He's got a Memnarch? Oh, it's true. I saw that earlier in the deck. I'm going to respond. That's scary. I'm going to try. 2 mana, because spells cost 1 less. I'm going to play Cancel. I thought you had, because you had 3 mana open, I was half, because you, oh man. Okay, Primal Amulet gets its first counter. Like
I'm going to use...
Yeah, the map, yeah, sure, go ahead.
It is a basic, right?
Yeah. Wow, that was frightening. Okay. Yeah, Memnarch is probably, if you ever want to make a deck that causes your friends to dislike you, definitely play a Memnarch EDH deck. They will, or if in the multiplayer, they will be everybody, it'll be 3-on-1 for sure. Done? Mm-hmm. Okay, so this gets
take 2.
You have to pay. You have to pay 2 still.
Oh yeah.
You have mana, but are you sure you want to pay it? Do you want to pay it?
Go ahead.
So this gets 1. This no longer needs dice because it's up to 3. So the Pyramid of the Pantheon, as I said, is active. Whoops. Sorry. So you just go over here. I draw. That triggers the effect of the Sphinx's tutelage, so you have to mill 2. They share a color. Repeat the process. They share a color. They share a color. Okay. Reveal my top card. I will play it. It's a Geiger Reach Sanitarium. It taps for a colorless, or I can pay 2. We'll each draw and discard. I'll reveal my top card. It's a Dissipate. I'll pay 2 mana to play Millstone. Just simply tap 2, mill 2. And then I guess it's time to try to bring out my general. Please don't kill it. I'm begging you. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold on. 3 from the Pyramid of the Pantheon for blue. 4, 5, 6, 7. Ambassador Laquatus. Yes? Okay, good. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards in hand. After that, I am going to pass a turn.
You're wrong. Whoops.
What are you pointing at him for? Oh, you're going to draw discard? Yeah, go ahead. Isochron's under the top of the graveyard. Imagine that with like a mana drain on it. Man, you have enough mana to like hard cast some really large creatures right now.
So do you.
True that. Alright, still 38-40 at the moment, no commander damage. And I've got to about maybe 40% of what Jimmy's got for his deck.
3.
Yep.
4.
Yep.
And 5.
Oh boy. Hypersonic Dragon. Ay, ay, ay. Yeah, I can't do anything about that. It's yours. Can't do anything about that either. You'll have to pay 2 to attack me, so you'll have to give up your last 2 mana, one of your last 3 mana. Lalo, he's always like wants to keep his mana open just in case he doesn't want to attack me. I love propaganda; it's so good. Oh, is he gonna ban it? Yes. Okay. Yeah, that's your first damage. Showed me. I take a 4. I'm at 36. Done. Okay. End of your turn. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mana. So I'm going to use 2 of it to use the millstone. So tapping it to make you mill 2. Oh, well, it doesn't really matter, I guess. And then 3 for Ambassador Laquatus. So I got 2 really hot creatures, is Insect God and that. We got Jorian, Obelisk of Erd. Okay, so we untap. As foretold, goes up by 1. Sphinx's tutelage kicks in because I draw the Dissipate, revealing Neverill's disc. So you have to mill 2, and if they share a color, you repeat the process. Crackle Burr, and a land. So no. May I see your graveyard, please? Or can you tell me rather what instant and sorceries you have in your graveyard? Aside from Blasphemous Act. Because I ain't Blasphemous Acting, thank you very much.
Rune Snake. Counterspell. Fabricate. Fact of Fiction. Fateful Showdown. Pyroclasm. Sift. Trade Secrets. Steel Artifact. Rewind.
Well, Steel Artifact is not a thing but rewind. Okay, so you don't have anything.
Concentrate.
Concentrate would be kind of nice, but all right, we'll do without that for now. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pay 3, 4, 5, 6, and I'm going to play. Hold on, Teferi, Temple Archmage. I'll use this dice over here. This lets me either look at the top 2 cards in my deck, put 1 in my hand, either at the bottom, so slate of hand. I can take it down by 1 to untap 4 other permanents, or I can take it down by 10 and make an emblem that I can activate loyalty counter or loyalty abilities of planeswalkers as instants. But I don't think I'm ever going to need that. I am going to choose to look at the top. Actually, no, I'm going to take it down. So down to 4. I'm going to untap 4 permanents, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to float. Oh, never mind. I don't have 4 here anyway, so I'll just untap all these. I have like no space. Also, what we'll do. Thank you. Well, it has to be on camera. That's why too. So what we'll do is we'll pay 3, 4, 5 to play Tezzeret the Seeker. Tezzeret's ability lets me either untap 2 artifacts, search my library for an artifact, like with how many counters I give up, or -5 makes all my artifacts 5/5 preach till end of turn. I'm going to take it down by 3, leaving it at 1. I'm going to go get something just in case. I'm going to go get my Vidalcan Shackles. I'll put over here. Vidalcan Shackles lets me gain control of a creature equal to the number of islands I control. Currently I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And I can choose not to untap it during my untap step. Go, your turn. I'll have to reveal my top card. It's an island. Your turn. This mill is a slow and painful process, I realize that, guys, but I haven't drawn anything cool like Traumatize or whatnot just yet. Maybe soon. Who knows? Alright, so he's got red. Hunden! Yes, Hunden comes in. The red Hunden will let him deal a damage for me during his upkeeps. He has 1 shrine. And this is whoa! Yeah, you don't. Oh,
I'm sorry.
it's okay. But remember, if you play that, I want to steal that for sure, and then I'm going to win relatively quickly. Yes, that Vidalcan Shackles locks out your general almost from the game until you can get rid of it. Oh, what's he got here? 7. 7 mana. What are you choosing?
I'm gonna draw 4.
I allow it. Go ahead and draw 4 cards. Very sweet.
Okay, land for my turn.
Yep.
For 1.
Yep.
Let's go.
Invoke the Fire Mine. Very nice. And you play your bauble. Okay. Are you done? Okay, at the end of your turn, I'm going to play 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I'm going to play, oh, sorry, it's actually 4, because it's one less. And I'm going to play Gush, which lets me draw 2 cards. That lets me put a counter on my Primal Amulet. And that triggers the effect of my Sphinx's Tutelage. So you got a mill again. Nope. And then for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 again, with using the effect of Millstone and Ambassador Laquatus, I'll have you mill 5. Okay. I'm getting there, guys. I'm trying to go as fast as I can. Hedron Archive before I die, anyways. Then I might have a twin cast. Oh, I wish I had a certain card in my hand right now. I'll play my island for the turn. Then I'll use the Pyramid of the Pantheon for 3 to play Memory Erosion. So whenever my opponent plays a spell, he has to mill 2. Then for 1, 2, 3, 4, I will play a Hedron Archive. No, I'm thinking that doesn't need any explanation. Yeah, it just gives me 2 where I can pay 4 and sack it to draw 2 cards. Oh, right, I forgot I have to put a time counter on this.
How many counters do you need for it to flip?
Need 2 more. Oh, that reminds me. I shouldn't even have to pay the 3 mana for that. I'll just use the Ask for a Total with the 3 to pay that for free. And then I'm going to use the Teferi's Up ability. And I am going to look at my top 2, which are Twin Cast and an Island. So that goes to my hand. This Island goes to the bottom. Reveal the top card. There's my Ponder. I will play it. Lets me look at the top 3, rearrange them, and then draw a card. This goes up to 3. 1 more before it flips. Oh yeah, there we go. Brainstorm, Island, and Traumatize are my top 3. I'm going to take the Traumatize for sure. Sorry, but there's no way I'm not taking that. And now I just need 1 more spell for the trifecta, which is going to be right here. So, Brainstorm, I'm playing it. Look at my top. I draw 3 cards, and then I put 2 on the top. So
that includes from your hand.
I know, but it's in specific. You'll see why. Because I look at it just look at this. You're gonna laugh. Pink. That's gonna be my next card next turn. Miracles. This is 4 now. This flips. So
at the end of turn, no?
No, right away. It just is flip. Just whenever you. Then if there are 4 or more charge counters, you may remove those counters. It says you may, so you have the choice. So I'm going to transform it. And this is actually my first time I think using this. Primal Wellspring. So what this does, in case you guys haven't seen it, add 1 mana of any color to your pool, and when I cast it to play an instant or sorcery, I copy the spell or sorcery. So guess what's about to happen, Jimbo? By the way, due to the effect, since I brainstormed and pondered, you have to do the thing twice. So I have to repeat. Okay, that's fine. Now, you don't have much deck left, so I'm not going to really hurt you as much, but what are you going to do? 1, 2, 3, 4 with the Primal Wellsprings to cost, oh right, they don't cost 1 less anymore. Oh well. So 5, then 6, then 7. I am going to play Traumatize with the Primal Wellspring, and the other 2 to twin cast a spell. So you have to mill half your deck 3 times. I'm putting it on top of my deck, I'm so excited. I'm sorry. Very rare in a game you ever see somebody get traumatized on a triple. How much cards do you have left in the deck? 14, so now you have 14. Did you just mill 14, you mean? Okay, so half of that now would be 7. And it says rounded, hold on, where is it?
Rounded down.
Rounded down, so then after that, if you'd have, what, 2? 3? Okay. So you're down to 4 cards, so, and those cards better not be Diffusion, Wave Motion, and Double Spell from Yu-Gi-Oh! Okay?
Oh, that's Guard's Blessing. That's right there.
Yeah, you wish.
Guard's Blessing right there.
The reason why he's saying that is because we had a game that was way too long. It was like 3 hours where I was milling him and I didn't realize that he had a Guy's Blessing and he forgot it. So we're all like, oh no! But might as well just end the game now. You have only 4 cards left in the deck. So I'm going to Grindstone you for 2 of those. And do I have any cards let me draw? No, I do not. So 1, 2, oh wait, I do. Yes, I do. So I Grindstone you for 2 of them, and then for 2, I'm going to use the Geiger Reach Sanitarium, so we each draw and discard a card. And because that triggers the Sphinx's tutelage, you have to mill. And there you have it, sir. That is the Ambassador Laquatus mill deck. Jimmy, I pass the turn to you. During your upkeep, you probably Cyclonic Rift me, but it's still game. So he puts it there. Alright. Anything you can do during your upkeep? Can you know what? Actually, fun fact. If Jimmy had enough cards in his hand with this, and if he had like a Fateful Showdown or something like that, he could potentially, if he had Mind Moil and like Fateful Showdown, a lot of burn spells, he could actually kill me during his upkeep before he gets to his draw and would lose. But unfortunately, he only has, I think, like 4 or 5 cards in hand. What did you have left, by the way? Curiosity, Muddle the Mixture, a land, and Opportunity. Well, alright.
Burn you for 1.
You burn me, you burn me for 1. Yeah, oh. Burn for 1? No! No! Oh, that's just terrible. Jimbo, I got now. For those of you who didn't get to, unfortunately, you guys didn't get to see the match, but I kid you not. Like, I wish that it was the match last night that we had that I actually got on camera, because he literally did to me what I ended up doing to him today. Luckily, which is counterspelling virtually everything, and the shackles just locked out his general from coming out because he didn't want me to take it, even if I couldn't use any of its abilities. All right, so. That's it for our first episode of 2018. So we're gonna just, Jimmy, let's wave goodbye to 2017. You were a very difficult year. Very, very difficult year. So on behalf of my boy, Jimmy, I am your host, BT, wanting to wish, on behalf of every member of the BT Game Night channel and EDH Commander Challenges players, wish you a very happy new year, and I hope and pray that every one of you leave all your hardships back in 2017 and have more happiness, love, and card gaming. Until next time, it is now your turn. Join our game. Cheers.
Later.